In the Santa Cruz Mountains, it is dusk, and Don Machholz must be about some business.
It requires a fair amount of time, but most of it's done at night. It's much like hunting in that the prey is always in motion. It's never in the same place for long. And on the other hand, it's something like fishing because I can tell you about the big ones that got away.
One night, 12 years ago, Don Machholz came up to the top of this mountain and was confronted with something no one had ever seen before. Ever since, a few times a week after work, he has returned.
3 of the 4 discoveries were made from this site. In each case also, I was searching after midnight in the eastern sky and picked up a fuzzy object, which was not a galaxy, not a cluster, and not a previously known comet. I knew almost immediately in most of those cases that it was a comet.
In league with the likes of Edmund Halley, Don Machholz has 4 comets that bear his name. With a glorified set of binoculars he made himself from surplus aerial photography lenses, plywood, and cardboard, he has come upon new revelations in the body of man's knowledge of this minute corner of the universe we call home.
There's only about 250 to 300 people in the world who have discovered comets in all the history of the world. Only about 60 have found 4 or more comets in their lifetime. There's only about a dozen or so new comets found every year. Amateurs find about 40% of those.
But of those, Comet Machholz 1986E stands out from the rest. This peculiar cosmic dirty snowball orbits the sun every 5.5 years, far more frequently than Comet Halley, which comes by only once every 70 years. It's on its way in toward the sun now and should be passing by next year.
This comet has unusual behavior. There's a lot of scientists who are going to be imaging it and photographing it for several months at a time to see how it is behaving.
The life and times of a modern discoverer from a mountaintop only in California. Miles Saunders, Channel 3 reports.